Alrighty, everyone, time to take a check of your first alert forecast update as we are settled on in, taking a look into your morning. A good Tuesday to you as we begin here. Let's see what is going on. We're going to be holding on to a lot of dryness, a lot of warmth. As we basically work to build on up and up, we're going to be continuing to settle into what will be a realm of warmth, rising temperatures, a lot of good things, a lot of positive things, which I'm really looking forward to be talking about here as we go through the first half this week. Second half of the week, we need to talk about some changes because there are going to be some things that could be a bit more pressing, especially with outdoor activity and a lot of St. Patrick's Day themed events. You know, we're going towards that time of the season. It's almost to the middle of March here. Crazy that it's already here. You know, it just seems like time has flown by sometimes. We're already getting to the start of spring. I don't know. It just sometimes gets away from you, but this is what we're going to be seeing now as I bring you in to that outlook, getting you out the door. And this is basically going to be where we see a bit more in the way of these conditions. We're holding on tight to a lot of these, just blue skies, temperatures getting into that realm of 70s. And I want to make sure, again, as we look on forward with this, we're going to be seeing a little bit more in the way of the, beauty that's going to be out there. So an abundance of sun will be kept. This is going to be something that, of course, really just stakes its claim for South Carolina for the next 3 days. We're going to be getting this abundance of that sun that doesn't really change pace. It just gets warmer and warmer over the next few days, with the only shakeup being some clouds tomorrow. And that's going to be about it. It's going to be about enjoying the outdoors if you have the time, and if not, try to make the time. Truly, you don't want to waste this stretch of days that is going to be for this time of the year so nice. Just really, really nice. And now that is all going to be along with how I break things down here for you. So we focus on the rise in temperatures because obviously that's pretty impressive from the morning hours. That is going to be something that continues to be on the up and up today. Sunshine is going to still remain a big winner. That's going to be something that we hold on tight with. That is going to be on the uptick in a pretty good capacity. And then as we get towards Thursday, we're going to be seeing even more impressive highs. So we basically keep climbing along a temperature ladder each day with that little bit more of a peak towards the fourth day of the work and school week. Or again, this is just a leisure week for you. You're retired, you're catching this forecast here depending on, whether you have to go out for a hustle or bustle or not. It's all going to be, of course, something I want to make sure just everyone is aware of as we go on through these motions and just see a lot of these conditions remain. So high pressure, just sticking it out. We see a few clouds mix in tomorrow. If you could take a check here, the future cast for the middle of the week. And that's going to be it. It's just not something that comes along with a wide variety of weather changes, which is nice. It's good to have some simplicity for a few days as we're getting through the grind of the week. Now, we start to hit a little bit of a change here that you really can't see physically, other than, of course, the clear skies for Thursday. But one thing I do want to note is getting into the later phases here of the week as well, we are going to get some humidity to mix in. So getting into a high that can still be in the low 80s for Thursday, and that humidity, it's going to be feeling like we're towards the tail end of spring, which is why I've been saying all week, Thursday is really shaping up to be it's almost like a poolside type forecast. It's just going to be a day where if you had the chance to lay out in the sun, to enjoy some of the warmth, it would be one I'd hope you take advantage of. It's tough because more of this weather is falling during the middle of the week. I'm sure many would rather take this during the weekend, but, just Mother Nature, makes those decisions on when that timing is going to be. It's all going to be, of course, something we got to get through, and we got to be prepared for when changes are not going to be in our favor. And that is why I bring you here. Getting into that long-range futurecast, I want to showcase to you that big area of high pressure that we're holding steady with right now. But this is where it's going. Say, see you later. It's getting out of the Atlantic Ocean. Got to wave goodbye because we have a cold front and some rain activity that looks to return into Friday. The one positive note I have with this is it's not going to be that impressive as we continue to see it really filter in. I am anticipating some rumbles of thunder, some storm threats that will be there, but not anything that should be too heavy in that regard. We're going to be seeing this, trying to make its way through to the evening hours. So it is still something you need to remain weather aware of because we can see some storms from this. It's just not going to be a huge washout. It's likely going to end up being a bit more isolated than this. When you show long range outlooks, there's always going to be more organization seemingly to the rain. But once you break it down on that hour by hour basis and you're 24 hours out, it's typically how things shape up, unless you're right in the middle of a low pressure system. But we're not. We're just getting through this cold front that will try to change pace and, knock us back a little bit with temperatures. But to be quite frank with you, it's not really going to get us that cool. And it's really not going to be putting too much of a damper on things, even to the first half of the weekend. So I need to continue to, of course, go over these changes because they're crucial as we look forward. And as we, of course, get to that point of the week, we're still staying dry regardless. And that's also going to be a big factor here. We're getting into more of a nice area where we're getting through 3 straight days of sun, of temperatures rising. And then by the time we get to Friday, that's where we see more of that switch up. Everything is going to be, of course, pretty consistent until we start to hit that wall in the way of that cold front on Friday. Going 60% now with rain potential because just going over a historic sense, what I've seen with more systems like this, it should be a bit more broken up. It shouldn't be a really big organized swath of rain. It can be, come along with some downpours and storms at times, but it shouldn't be ridiculously organized. Going towards the upcoming weekend for events there, that's going to be something to watch, of course. Got St. Pat's and 5 Points, a big celebration there. And luckily, right now, it's only looking to be a very spotty chance of rain with still temperatures in the upper 70s. So that's still going to be a great day for that outlook in general. Now, as we go towards Sunday, we're going to be holding steady with that. And as we start to see those rain chances back on the uptick, we will eventually start to fall back to drier and cooler air next week. Still going to be a lot of changes, more fine-tuning to that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday forecast for the St. Patty's Day outdoor activity. So make sure, again, you stay tuned with us on air, online, across all our platforms in that regard. And until we get to that point, get out there, enjoy the warmth, and let's see all that beautiful sunshine that's going to be there over the next few days. I appreciate you guys for being here and taking a check of your forecast. As we take a look right now, we can, of course, always invite you to take a check at our website, and you can, of course, find more details there on air, online. And, of course, as you're following along here, what's new this morning is up next. We're going to continue to take a check as we make our move on forward, keeping you posted as the week continues. All you need to know as you head out the door and as we make our move onward.